ओम नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चे सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामी तापहारिणे. Respected Akhanda Prana Mataji and Dhyana Prana Mataji and dear friends. So I came to Sun, so I got this invitation and I am very happy to be here. I heard Phoenix a long back when I was in Australia, and I had used to talk to our Madhu Chanda Mataji. But we thought many times, but it did not materialize. So only recently, when the program was set for Tucson, then it was connected. So I'm very happy, because why? Wherever I go, I try to see Deva Darshan, Bhakta Darshan and Desha Darshan. So Deva Darshan, wherever divinity is there, wherever temple, shrines, so I visit. And devotees, as Sri Ramakrishna said, that devotees, Bhakta, Bhagavan and Bhagavat, these are not three. Scriptures, God and devotees are indeed one. He had that darshan. And Desha darshan, that means the country. That also I should see, because this is a Vishwarupa darshan. God is residing in so many forms. So I am very happy to get invited to meet you all, and special Matajis. I heard about Akhanda Prana Mataji and Dhyana Prana Mataji. So I have chosen a topic, discovering the knower of the field. So field, as we know, it's a cultivation. We cultivate that field so that we can get yield. We have something, we grow. But where to find that field? While coming, I was seeing most of the fields are barren. But some places, and I saw wheat. I said, oh, wonderful. So same field, but somebody cultivates and gets a fairly good yield. So we see the life of Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother, Swami Vivekananda and direct disciples. So they have harvested their yield. Why it is field, why it is a... So there is a song composed by Ram Prasad where he says, Mon tumi krishi kaj janana. So let me read the translation so that it is easily understandable. O mind, you do not know how to cultivate. Fallow lies the field of your life. If you had only worked it well, how rich a harvest you might reap. Hedge it about with Kali's name, if you would keep your harvest safe. This is the stoutest hedge of all, for death himself cannot come near it. Did you listen to the song? Hedge it about with Kali's name. If you would keep your harvest safe, surrender yourself to God and you will achieve everything. This is the shortest, stoutest hedge of all, for death himself cannot come near it. So we all are human beings, and as I understand, and you also understand, all wants, or everyone wants to improve. Everyone wants to be a better human being. No one in this world wants to degrade. So evolution, whatever we see today, it is a series of evolution that we see in human being. Right from hunter-gatherer, and this time, see, we are sitting in a desert, but we don't feel like that. It's because of advancement in science, and we appreciate it. But what happens? We appreciate when we see something, because improvement is seen. See this iPhone. So I was trying to note it. Then I thought, okay, why not I take picture? So improvement. Of course, some atavism also happens, because we are becoming a bit lazy. Instead of writing or memorizing, we are trying to take a picture or this. But nobody wants atavism. Nobody wants degeneration. We all want improvement. No one, even you see animals, they also want to improve. And it is a natural course. It's not something unusual. But what is the improvement? How to do it? That is the problem. And this is also available with us. All our teachers, all our seers have told what is to be done. And like a highway, we have available the path how to improve ourselves. So, as we see Sri Ramakrishna, we love him. As Holy Mother, Sri Sharda Devi, we love her. And just now we have heard a song, Ma Go Dekha De. So, O Mother, show your benign face, so that we also improve ourselves. And what Sri Ramakrishna said? Sri Ramakrishna said, to see God, to realize God is the goal of life. To see God or to realize God is the goal of life. What Swamiji said? Swami said, each soul is potentially divine. We are all divine. We are not human beings. But potentially, what we need to manifest this divinity. Each soul is potentially divine. To manifest this divinity by controlling nature, internal and external. To manifest this divinity is the goal of life. By controlling nature, internal and external. Do it by work or worship or psychic control and knowledge, and be free. That's the whole of religion. But somehow we miss. Though our teachers, our seers guided us, and they are all the time guiding us, but somehow we miss. And we try to think that God is somewhere on the seventh heaven. So it is beyond us. First, we don't think about Him because we are so engrossed in the world. First, we don't think about it. But suppose we think, then we think in a reverse way that God, it's impossible that God is there. See, this world, all its, harshness and also beauty, or whatever we see, the contrast that we see in this world, this is reality. Though death is staring on us all the time, but somehow we give this world as real. We value this world as real, and we think we'll go away. So first is abhavana, we don't think about it. And when we think, then we think in a reverse way, viparit bhavana. By grace of God, sometimes we think, no, we can't do it. Because we see improvement. A child, he gets education and he becomes an engineer, a scientist, or doctor. So if this improvement is possible, then improvement is possible in us also. So sometimes we think it is possible. Abhavana, viparit bhavana, then asambhavana. Viparit bhavana means this world is real and I am not real. And this body is real, but self is nothing, no, not real. Then asambhavana, then comes, when we think about it, we have some inkling, but we think we cannot do it. Asambhavana. And sometimes we have this idea that we can't do it because, see, Sri Ramakrishna has done, Swamiji has done, Mother has lived life. So it is possible for us. Then somehow we don't get it. Vipratipatti. So abhavana, we don't think about it. Then viparit bhavana, we think something else which we are not. And then when that both are crossed over, then asambhavana, it's impossible for us. And when that also comes, somehow we miss. So this is our situation. So we want to improve ourselves, but all the time this is happening. And because of that, we search somewhere where He is not. But somehow we have this inkling that something is there within us. So something is hidden. As also the Upanishad says that that He is hidden in the cave of our heart. Ishvaraha, this is in Gita, Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam riddeshe Arjuna tishtati. O Arjuna, God resides within the cave of heart. Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam, in all being. As Swami said, each soul is potentially divine. So He is hiding within. Riddeshe Arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarurani mayana. And we are as if in a roller coaster or in a simulator. We are going round and round. So when we see the lives of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swamiji, or for that matter, all incarnations, or all realized souls, we find they discovered this. And this is not outside of us. It's fortunate that we have He is closer than closest. Tad dure tad dvantike. He seems for ignorant people He is far away. But for knower He is closest of close. Tad dure tad dvantike. He is within. So, yo nihitam guhayam. So, He is hiding. Only thing is very difficult to find it out. So, where does He lie? Nihitam guhayam. So, what is that guha? What is that cave where He is hiding? And fortunately, we have that. Only we need to discover. So, is a buddhi guha. What is buddhi guha? See, we have, now let us think about it. We have this gross body. And also, behind this we have mind. This gross body we forget. When we go to sleep, we forget. Every day it happens. Suppose you want to remember that now I have a body. I have a beautiful body. And I have so much of money in bank. And I have so many relations. Say, I don't want to name. So all the time, if we think about them while going to sleep, we cannot sleep. So willingly we leave. And a time comes when we dream. And after dream, that another state comes, which is dreamless state. There is even no dream. The dreams also vanish. So this, when even dreams are not there, even whatever we see in this waking world, money, relationship, and all other things, even body, mind, everything merges in that. Only thing, that time we have ignorance. And the next day we say, Sukham aham aswapsam. I slept very well, in joy. Nakinchit avedisham. I did not know anything. I slept like a log and I did not know anything. This is our experience. So that divinity is not outside of us. That divinity is already within us. And that is to be discovered. So as Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that idam shariram kaunteya kshetram iti kshetram ityavidhiyati etat yo vetti tam prahu kshetragyam iti tadvidah. So this body, this means this body-mind complex is the field. And to cultivate that field and get yield is very important. So the problem is this body-mind complex is there. But what we need, body-mind complex, it will be there. What we need is the knower of this field. And that knower is within. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetram iti avidhiyate etat yo vetti. He who knows. And we know. See, we have a body. We know we have a mind. So whatever we see, we observe, that we can say it is in the category of body, kshetram. One is knower, one is known. One is perceiver, one is perceived. One is witness, one is the seen. So this division that we are to segregate, to know the knower of this body. And fortunately, God says that kshetragyam apimam vidhi, kshetragyam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. And he resides in all kshetra, all fields. Apparently, you all are different than me. All fields are different than me, this field. But the knower of self is in each one of you. Now the problem comes, yes, we understand that he is within us. And we worship that. And by the grace of God, we have received his holy name and a procedure how to go about it. But somehow we miss how to get that. To get that, we have to find what is Buddhi Guha. Guhayam. What is this Guha? So as we are exploring, that means I am trying to know. And also, something is to be known. So there is a knower and to be known. That means Gyanam, Gayam. And there is a process of knowing. So wherever this works, that is called intellect. In our intellect, or in and through our intellect, we try to know something. And there is an object of knowing. And there is a process of knowing. But behind this is that same self. The self is hiding behind this barrier of intellect. Now the problem is, somehow we try and we forget, or we don't get it. So what is the reason? Because we have some chittamala, dirt in our mind. We are infatuated with something, we are averse to something, we are caught up in something, we are entangled in something. So first we have to remove those malas. That means the dirt that is accumulated. We can have an example. If something falls in a pool, and pool is dirty, we cannot see where that object has fallen. So first we need to cleanse our heart. And what are the problem? Sixfold. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, that we know all. So these are chitta malas, dirt in our heart. How to get rid of it? When we serve others, then what happens? Then we try to remove this selfishness and infatuation. If we try to remove them, then gradually what happens? And whatever we do, yat karoshi yadashnasi yat juhoshi dadasi yat tapaswasi kaunteya tat kurusham adarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or donate, offer those to God. So this way, what we do? We cleanse our heart. Then there is vikshepa. Vikshepa means the pool is in waves. To remove that, we need to calm down so that the water is placid. That means the chitta vritti, mental modifications, are quietened. That's why you do dhyana, japa, what we do? In front of an image of God, we try to concentrate. And concentration has power. Whatever improvement that we see in scientific world, it is because of concentration. As we concentrate, the secret of nature reveals itself. So as we concentrate, say singing also kind of concentration, worshipping a kind of concentration, and then you meditated. That is the way to concentrate. But only the mind should be channelized. So first, cleansing of heart. Second is to removing all vikshepa, means deflection or projection. For that we need to quieten our mind, because mind is all the time fickle and it is like all in turmoil. Even when we meditate, there are so many thoughts come here and there. I have to go to shop and do this and that, etc. Then comes, we have to hear that we are not ordinary human being. We are divine in nature. We have to hear again and again, so that we are established in that thought. But when we hear, we might have some doubts. Those doubts are to be removed. How to remove our doubts? Asking questions. Asking or trying to find out what is reality. Cogitation, concentration, contemplation. By this way, we can remove the doubts. And ultimately, we must have established in ourselves beyond our previous samskaras. We have many habits, because this is acquired acquired in time. Maybe in so many births that we have acquired. We have ideas that I am this and now I am not divine. So these samskaras are to be removed. These habits are to be removed, so that we are established in the self, or what Sri Ramakrishna said, the realization of God. And then one should not be confined here. Rather, we are to manifest this divinity. What we see in the life of Holy Mother. Mother is living with all kinds of people. Sri Ramakrishna, the incarnation of God. Then all the direct disciples, knower of self, knower of Brahman. Then her family members. Some are greedy, some are crazy. Even robbers, mad people, even cows, cats and whatnot, everything. Mother's life, that's a wonderful life. How mother lived, that's why maa dekha de. But what is the quality of mother? That we need to inculcate in us. We have previous samskaras, previous habits. Those are to be removed. We have to remove our doubts. And we need to hear our real nature. And we should remove our dirt and also various kinds of impressions. Now, how to, as we see, how mother used to live. Mother is the example how one should live in this world. Without raga desha. Raga desha viyuktestu vishayanindriyashcharan. Atma vashir vidhe atma prasadam adhigachyati. Problem is what happens whenever we see something, either we like it or dislike it. And there is nothing wrong. It is ordained like this. Indriyasya indriyasyarthe raga dvesho vyavasthito. It is ordained. Then senses and sense objects, there is either liking or disliking. Raga, dvesha. Attachment or aversion. It is ordained. Vyavasthito. What we need to do, tayor na vasham agachet. We should not come under its sway. Why? Because it is paripantino. Raga, dvesha, vijuktestu vishay. Indriyasya indriyasyarthe raga, desha, vyavasthito. Tayor na vasham agachet. To hyasya paripantino. Because it is against our goal of life. If we are infatuated or averse with something, then we'll be caught up there. Therefore, we should have this detachment. As in the life of Holy Mother we see, detachment. Detachment does not mean she was not involved. She was very much involved. And even someone came with whose near and dear one passed away, and she wept with them. But at the same time, she consoled that this is the nature of this world. So not to be afraid of or not to be attached. How to work? We find that in the life of Holy Mother. So that our knower of self is known. So that we are not entangled outside. So Holy Mother used to go for taking bath in Ganga. She would carry 1 or 2 fruits. After taking bath, she would give those fruits to either beggars or say Brahmins, and would say, Baba, my son, I am giving you this fruit to you. And the fruit of giving this fruit also belongs to you. See how detached she was. Because karma and karma phala, it goes on and on. Whatever is cause today, that becomes its effect. And whatever is effect now, it becomes the cause for the next karma. So this is a sequence, a series of actions and reactions. To get rid of it, one should be detached. And in the life of Holy Mother, we see how to practice it. And that it is not that totally, averse to people. What I mean to say, she was involved, but at the same time detached. Say, boat is in water, involved totally. But water should not be in the boat, as Sri Ramakrishna said. The problem is, the water comes in our boat first. So this is the way how we are to discover our divinity. That means the witness of this whole scenario, the knower of this field, that we have to discover. Then some other qualities that we find. Amanityam, adambhitam, ahimsa, shanti, arjavam, acharya upasanam, shaucham, stairyam, atma vinigraha. Similar, 20 qualities are enumerated there. So amanityam, what happens? Everyone has got some qualities. And when we see ourselves, we concentrate on our qualities only. And our elders praise that, oh, very good that you have done this. Or you have this quality. So what happens, gradually we are habituated of that. When everybody will praise, and we cannot stand any criticism. And we become dependent on praise. And we get like a slave. We always think that somebody and everybody will appreciate me. But if something goes wrong and criticism comes in our way, then we are devastated. And Sri Ramakrishna said that if rains, then water is collected where there is depression. That means where there is lower land. Water comes and settles in lower land. So amanitya means one should cultivate these qualities. So that, and why it is to be done? Because to keep our mind open. Humility, humbleness, this is very important. But what happens, we have some qualities, then we are we advertise it, and we say, I have done this. Many people have got like this. So damba means that one is expressing his, whatever is positive in him, and boasting, adamba. That means non-boasting. Amanittam, adambittam, kshanti. Many times we have situations when our, say, juniors, they commit some mistake, but we cannot forget and forgive. But what happens, even 20 years, after 20 years, we remember that. So actually nobody is suffering except the person who is holding this. So amanittam, adambittam, kshanti, arjavam. Arjavam is straightforwardness. As we find in Sri Ramakrishna, straightforwardness. Whatever is in his mind, he is speaking. Not that one should be, say, like outspoken in front of someone who has done something wrong. But what I'm saying, at least in thought, one should cultivate this straightforwardness. Acharya upasana, and especially wherever we get some knowledge, we have to honor them. It shows that humility. Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. By offering your service, asking questions, you are to tadviddhi, you are to know him. Tadviddhi pranipatena. By humility, offering your pranams, obeisance, pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya, and asking questions, removing doubt, and service. So Acharya Upasanam is also very important because they are the source of knowledge, wisdom. Shaucham is also very important. Cleanliness. Cleanliness is godliness. And in the case of Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, we see how they were organized. Because if everything is organized, then our mind is unencumbered. And Atma Vinigraha, that means one should be abnegating. That means not coveting things which is undue. So these are the qualities that one should cultivate in one's life. There are more the qualities are there. Indriyartheshu vairagyam anahamkarevacha. Indriyartheshu vairagya means whatever sense objects are there, one should not go as a mad dog. Rather, one should discriminate what is proper, what is not. One should always discriminate. Indriyartheshu vairagyam. Renunciation or discrimination. See, like we go for shopping, we don't buy whatever we put our hands on. We try to see what is healthy, what is organic, and what is cheaper. So we use that discrimination. So it is not that it's unusual. So that should be should be practiced. Another thing is sthairya, atma vinigraha. Sthairya means stability. Stability means not vacillating. So when mind is calm, then only we can cultivate these qualities. Atma vinigraha, that means not to covet something which is undue. One thing also we have to undertake, we have to understand and also cultivate that. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshanu, darshanam. One should also think about that this is full of misery. This life is full of misery. Taking birth, growing in a certain place, and then death, disease. Because when we see this, then only we will try to go beyond it. And anahamkara eva, that means absence of egotism. One should not be egotistic, because everything that, whatever acquired by me today, is because of the grace of our teachers, or everything belongs to God. The money that we earn, whose money is this? It is all provided by God. Even this shelter, you see, everything is provided by God. So, in our house also, we have to think this way, that everything is provided by God. Then asakti anabhisanga, putra dara grihadishu. Detachment is to be cultivated. What is that? Asakti anabhisanga. That means detachment. Asanga shastrena dridhena chittva. That means whatever problem that we suffer is because of our attachment. And Sri Ramakrishna gave example, like a person was sweeping and somebody came and informed, such and such person has died. So the sweeper would continue his or her work and say, oh, it's very bad that he has died, he was a good man, oh, I'm sorry to hear about it. But he or she continues to do that. But if a person is known or relative of that person, then the broom drops and that person also drops. That means it is attachment that causes problem. Asaktir anabhisanga. Asakti, that is very asanga sastrena dridhana chittva. And non-identifications with putra dar grihadishu. That means even relatives, even houses, properties, money. Why it is? We are not saying that, okay, tomorrow you go and write a check and give to someone. I'm not saying that. One thing should cultivate, that these does not belong to me. Everything belongs to God. So this is very important. So for this to be cultivated. Then comes Mai cha ananya yogena bhakti rabhya vicharina. Now these are to be not to be done. And in other places also we have various disciplines that not to be done. Then what is positive that should be done? That it is a Mai cha ananya yogena. That means one should devote oneself wholeheartedly without any impediment or without any attachment to something else. Cha ananya. Ananya, that means total surrender to me. Mai cha ananya yogena bhakti, devotion. Abhyavicharini. Abhyavicharini bhakti means unswerving devotion. That is to be offered to the divine. Mai cha ananya yogena bhakti abhyavicharini vivikta desha sevittam. And here one should avoid where there is a trouble. Those who are extremely serious, they can avoid even any locality, any companionship. But the main thing is here what is obstructing, that is to be avoided. Vivikta desha sevittam aratir jana samsadi. Then another is very important. What is the reality? Adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam. That means what is this reality that is existing, on which everything is existing? See, we can understand this way. Say this house, it is gross. But behind this, say I am speaking, it is gross. You can hear, you can see me, I can see you. So this is gross world. But behind this is my subtle body, subtle mind. So, see, I am speaking, you can hear my speech, but you cannot see my thoughts and how I am organizing my words. So this is subtle. Similarly, you are hearing. Apparently what is happening? The sound wave is going to your ear and then it is taken to your brain through nerve currents. Then it is interpreted and then you are thinking that you are hearing. So all this happens in the background, which is subtle. The one is gross. Say this house is gross, but behind that was a thought. Like for the building which is being constructed, now thoughts are going on. And for that architect, they are thinking how to do it, what are the considerations that they should, what are the codes that they should obey. So all these are thoughts. Thoughts are subtle. So this gross body, behind that it is subtle body. Subtle body has got mind, intellect, mana and mind and prana and vital forces, and mind and intellect. But behind that is a causal body. Because of that cause, say this house came, but now the thinking is going on, but previous to that, somebody thought, okay, let there be a house. And so everything started coming, let's say, gathering and also collecting, and the resources and etc. And now it is going on. Similarly, we have this outer, this gross body, but behind that is the vital forces, mind and intellect. And behind that is our causal body. And behind that is our real self. And that self sometimes we call Purusha, sometimes we call Gneya. and also Atman. So this self is to be realized. And it is within us. When we meditate, what we do? We concentrate on a chosen ideal. And we try to conceive that he is sitting within us. And gradually we want to forget all other things. This is the way we cultivate. So this knower of field is to be known. Then only our life is fulfilled. So Adhyatma Jnana Nityatvam, and it is eternal. Sarvagatam. And it is all pervading. Because it exists, everything exists. Because I am the self, on that self, causal body, subtle body, even gross body is existing. Gross body ceases to exist when we go to sleep. And when we are in deep sleep, even subtle body also goes. It's merged in the causal body. But there is a process by which, cultivating which, one can go beyond that. And that is our real self. That is the knower of field. That is the self. That is to be discovered. That is to be understood. Anya vacha vimunchatha. Vacho viglapayanhita. All other vain talks. Because those talks will not lead us to anywhere. Only we need to cultivate this. Does it mean we shut everything? No, not we are saying. We can see Holy Mother, how she lived. While living within, she interacted with all others. Each soul is potentially divine. To manifest this divinity is the goal of life. By controlling nature, internal and external. So manifestation comes when we interact. Then what will happen? Everything will get transformed. Then I am talking to divine. I am talking to myself. The whole world is transfixed then. The whole world becomes divine. And when one is discovered, then everything has got its meaning. Sri Ramakrishna said, if there is one, then all zeros have meaning. But if there is no one, zeros are zeros. So this one is to be discovered. This one is the divinity that's already within us. This is the knower of the field. It is to be discovered, to be known. Atma va are shrotavya mantabya nididhyasitabya. This self is to be heard of again and again. And Swamis will come and say same talk. But we need to hear. Because every time we go beyond this hall, then we forget. That is why we need to hear over and over again. Atma vare shrotavya, mantabhya. We have to cogitate, contemplate, try to understand, remove the doubts. And nididhyasitabhya. We are to be in this, established in this idea. So this is very important for our lives. Otherwise, devotion is, it's not other than this. Bhaktyamam avijanati. By devotion we know him. Knowing the self. See, Swamiji said that we need to harmonize all practices. Suppose the whole blood goes to limbs or feet or head, we don't call him a healthy person. Rather, blood circulated equitably. That means wherever it is required, whatever amount, it should go there. Head requires more, so more blood should go to head. Similarly, jnana, bhakti, karma, yoga, all are to be harmonized. Why? Because, as Swamiji said, when devotion, generally, oh God, what a beautiful nose you have, or beautiful eyes. So this way, what happens? Most probably, most of the time we become sentimental. Only just explaining this. Of course, it has meaning. We are not denying that. We don't deny anything. But we should be aware of that. What is the Adhyatma Jnana Nittatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam? What is that eternal value that is within him? Adhyatma Jnana Nittatvam. It is eternal. That the knowledge of the self is eternal. Adhyatma Jnana Nittatvam Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. Constant application to spiritual knowledge. Understanding of the end of the knowledge, that means gist of that knowledge. Adhi Atma, the self that is within, real self, not gross body, not subtle body, not causal body, but the self within. So it is eternal. Adhyatma Jnana Nittatvam. This knowledge is eternal. And Tattva Jnanartha Darshanam. Tattva means that which is reality, that happening, that's Vastu, Tattva. And knowledge of that Vastu. And one should be able to witness that. Witness means one should be that, be and make. As Swamiji said, first we are to be. And then when we have strength, then we are to make others. Why? Because then the divinity is manifested in society, in families. Then God is interacting with God. We don't hate anyone. Then we can understand even culprits, even terrorists. Because everything is manifestation of same divine. So first we need to cultivate this. First we need to meditate on this, remove the dirt of our mind, and then remove our distractions. First we need to discover this. And when it is discovered, then everything is transfixed. So I think time is up. So this is the importance of this. Any question that is I'm not clear where? So devotion, work, even meditation is important. All have some meaning. We are not against anything. In some thoughts, that they try to understand that if devotion is seasoned with knowledge, then it is lower. People can have their opinion, so we have no problem. But as Swamiji said, that even only knowledge is not good. As Swamiji said, that then we may become argumentative. But we have avenues. We want to know. Whatever we see, we want to know. So this avenue, if you try to stop it, then it is a kind of atavism. You are stopping your avenue, your power. Why this world is advancing? It is because of this quest for knowledge. We have that, so we should not. And then we have heart also. So we love God. We'll adore Him. We'll do whatever is prescribed in devotion. But at the same time, why not? We have intellect to use that. We'll try to use that intellect. And also we have hands to work. We have hearts to feel. And we have head to think. We'll use all our avenues. So this is the balance. And Sri Ramakrishna always, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, he who can harmonize things, he alone is a man. যে সমন্বয় করেছে সেই মানুষ. He who has harmonized everything, he is real man. So this discovery of self is very important, and it is there. It's not something we are discovering which is not known altogether. All the time we feel we are not this human being. Only thing we need to concentrate and meditate on it, remove all doubts, and be established in this. So thank you very much. Any question?